Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today I'm participating in the She Did What challenge that is hosted by Chantel at Crafty Hints. I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes, but if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda and I'm really happy you stopped by today. And if you're returning, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am so thankful and grateful that you are all here with me again. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Here's DIY number 1. So for this challenge, we all have the same items to create DIYs with. So we have this telephone stand, that duster, this vase, these Mardi Gras beads, and these stove burner covers. So for my DIY, I first started off by taking that fuzzy piece off of the duster. And I originally thought I was going to paint it and make it look like snow. But then I realized, that's not going to work. So when I took this off, I thought, oh, this looks like it could be a Christmas tree. So I'm cutting this part off. And my original thought was I was going to make some kind of Christmas tree out of this. But as I was playing with this, trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I put this up to the big stove burner pan, and it looked like a skillet to me. And from there, I just went from there because then I just started getting this idea. And so I'm taking this handle and I am using super glue and my accelerant, and I am just attaching that. And I will have a link to that accelerant in my description box. Then I took it out and spray painted it with my Rustoleum flat black paint. Once it was done, I had printed up this saying. Now, this saying has a lot of meaning to me because for years, I would get 3 of my grandsons once a month. They'd come stay the night, and they would always want me to make them gingerbread pancakes for breakfast. And they always wanted the works, which was butter, powdered sugar, Cool Whip, and syrup. Yes, they had a sugar high, but that's what grandmas are for, right? So when I saw this, and I knew I wanted to make it a skillet, I was trying to think of what I wanted to put on there, and all I could think of was gingerbread pancakes. So here I'm trying not to get emotional, guys. So I created this saying that says, Mimi's gingerbread pancakes served with a lot of whipped cream and a ton of love. And I don't know. It reaches my heart because it makes me think of all those fun memories of them wanting my gingerbread pancakes. And now that we live thousands of miles away, they still talk about how much they miss my gingerbread pancakes. Anyways, so once I had that saying all on there, I took my nutmeg brown paint by Apple Barrel, and I am going to paint 3 little gingerbread men, and I got these from Dollar Tree. And these are going to represent the 3 of them that would always come stay once a month with me. Once I get them all painted, then I am going to add little faces to them. And I'm going to you'll see here in the next clip, I'm going to use my white marker there to paint on the frosting on the hands and the feet, or the arms and legs. And then I will make some buttons, and I do make some hair on each one just to kind of reflect the 3 grandsons. One right now has curly hair on the top, so I tried to make it look curly. The other one has long hair on one side, so I kind of made that look like his hair was a little longer on the side. And then the other one is just kind of I don't know what you would say, straight, longer, not real long, but anyways, I just tried to make the hair look like their hair. And so once I got done with that, I went and I'm going to hot glue them on to this skillet that I made with the handle from the duster and the large stove cover, burner cover, I guess is what you call it. And I noticed my gingerbread pancakes got a little close there. The wording got a little close. It might be a little hard to read. I think I'm probably going to make another one of these actually. And so I'll have to make sure I give that a little more space. So then I took this red and white baker's twine that I have from Dollar Tree, and I decided I was going to just put this around the edge. So I just put a little dab of hot glue here and there and attach that to the little skillet. Then I took some of these red Mardi Gras beads, and I'm just hot gluing them around just here and there, just to add a little extra. If you recreate this, you could put any kind of saying you want on it, and you can decorate it any way you want. This is just for inspiration and fun. So here I took some of that twine and I wrapped it around my hand about, I think, 4 times. I'm going to make a little bow, and I cut off another piece of twine, and then you just scrunch it up in the middle, and I will tie it with that other piece of twine, and I will tie a knot in it to keep it scrunched in the middle, and then you have a little bow. And then I'll just trim off the edge or the ends of that tie, fluff it up, and I'm going to hot glue it right on the bottom part of that handle, and then we just have one more step. And there I put my finger protector on because I have been burning myself like crazy the last few days. So then I also took that phone stand and I spray painted it black. So I'm going to take this Fix All glue and I am going to put it all around the back side of that. And then maybe it's the front side. Yeah, it's probably the front side. And then I'm adding my some hot glue in the middle. And then I'm just going to add that pan right to it. And now it has a little stand. So it just, you just open it up like that. And there it's got a little stand. And that was it. So today's challenge is called She Did What? And it's hosted by Chantel at Crafty Hints. So make sure you check out all these wonderful ladies' videos. They are amazing crafters, just to see what they did with all of these 5 items. So DIY number 2, this is what I did with the rest of those items. I took the smaller burner cover and I gave it a good sanding, and I did sand the bigger one too. I just didn't show it. But if you sand it, that really does help the paint adhere a little bit better. And then once I got done sanding it, I wiped it down, and then I'm just taking these beads and I am hot gluing them all around the edge. And then I take it outside and I spray paint it with my Rustoleum paint in the color white. Now, I have to admit, it was really hard spray painting those beads. I think because of the slick surface, it wasn't wanting to stick in a lot of places. It was almost like it kept running. So I did have to bring it in and do a little bit of my chalk paint in the areas where it didn't want to stick. So I don't know. I don't know if it was that or if it was just, it wasn't super warm outside. So that might have had something to do with it too. But anyways, it all turned out. So I also taped that vase. I had an idea of, having some spray painting it all white and having some open areas. But as I started spray painting, I liked that I just did a super light coat because it kind of makes it look like snow. And I thought that I loved that idea instead of, a thick white. So I just gave it a real light dusting. Then I traced the bottom onto some cardboard and cut it out. And here I bought these little lights from Dollar Tree, and they're little fairy lights, and I'm just going to stick them in. And then I'm going to put this tree from Dollar Tree, or it might have been Walmart. I think that tree came from Walmart. and the battery pack to the lights on the bottom here. And then I'm just going to stick this in. Now, I'm not hot gluing it or anything because I thought, I might want to change this out for something else. But if you want to do something like this, you could always, hot glue it. Then I just put some hot glue in the middle of that pan and hot glue it on top of that vase. Then I took this little package. It has the snowman and these trees and stuff. And I am just coloring this in. Now, if you see any of these packets, grab them. They're really cool because they have a little stand that you can stand them all in, which I think is fun. So anyways, I paint the snowman with my markers here and the trees. I did not paint the base because you're not going to see it. I'm going to cover it up with fake snow. So once it was all dry, I just stick the trees and the little snowman in place. And I took a few of those little trees. I got those from Hobby Lobby and some batting that I'm using as snow. And I'm just sticking that all around the top. And that is all there was for this one. So you'll have to let me know what you think of these 2 DIYs and make sure you check out all the rest of the ladies. I cannot wait to see what they did with the items myself. So there you go. So I won't be back until next Wednesday, but until then, have a blessed week and we will see you later. Bye-bye.